In this video, we're going to find the subjects for the content that we want to put on our site. And to do that, we're going to use Word Tracker to find keywords. You can also use the AdWords keyword tool, and you have to get an AdWords account to be able to use that now, but it is free to set up an AdWords account, so you can use that one if you want as well. Okay, so what you can do is just go to wordtracker.com and you can set up a free account. You just put in your email and your password, and that's it. You can sign up to use it. Okay, so what you want to do is once you've logged in, you can just come in here and you can leave the settings the way they are over here. So that's going to be searching in the US, and it's going to be for the previous month. That's going to pop up here, and that's fine. And keywords in any order. Now, if you put your mouse on the question mark here, it shows you what this means. So they give an example of tennis shoes. So tennis shoes will match all tennis shoes, shoes for tennis, and so on. And then this one is a little bit different. So it has the exact keywords inside the search term and just the keyword over here. So this is the one we want. So let's put in gardening here. And let's search. We're going to just start with the broadest term here. Okay, and then you see down here, we have this is our broadest keyword, and then we have several keywords down here. Now this is the number of searches. This is the competition. Now next we have the in anchor and title. What that means is that the keyword is in the anchor and the title text. And then the keyword effectiveness index. What this is a measure of the competition of the keyword compared to the search results. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on articles that have large amounts of searches and a lower number of competition. Okay, so gardening, outdoor crops, videos, technology, cooking. Well, you can see why that one has no competition. Yeah, it's got a fair number of searches here. Okay, so if we look at container gardening, we have 3,264 searches and competition of 13. Now what you could do here, if you click on the heading for competition, this will sort it. Okay, so this is highest to lowest. So if we click on it again, we now have low to high. So we can have a look at the number of searches here. So let's roll until we find some competition and a significant number of searches. Okay, so let's start looking here. You want to start looking at your search terms over here and see if you can find something to make sense. So plant, flower, gardening, 1,687 searches and 0 competition. Okay, so we could use this one as an article title. So copy. So what you could do is open a notepad session and start pasting in some keywords here. Okay, so gardening keywords. So just go through and find some keywords that fit there that you wanted to write articles for, or we can get PLR articles, and I'll go over that in a bit. So indoor gardening supply. So any that you see in here that have a decent amount of searches, low competition, and then low anchor and title, and also a higher number for KEI is also good. Okay, so as you can see, there are lots of different subjects to choose from that you should be able to get ranking for fairly easily. Now you see beside each keyword that we've got here, we also have a search. So let's find one, say gardening. Let's go up here a little bit. Say gardening attire. We click on search there. Okay, so this is now going to do a search on gardening attire, and it's going to bring us up a new list of keywords. Okay, in this case, there's not much more in it for Lady Bird Johnson, so that's not something that we're going to be doing, but okay, that wasn't the best example. But what it does is it brings the keyword into here and then gives you another list of keywords that you can choose from. Okay, and then the same rules apply. You want to get a decent number of searches, low competition. You want to try and get something with low AAT, which is in anchor and text and title. These two aren't as important as these two. Okay, and then the KEI, you want to have a high value. Okay, so just get a list of keywords together, and then what we're going to do is we're going to either write articles, hire out articles, or buy PLR articles, which are private label rights articles, that you can modify. Okay, so here's a list of keywords I chose. Now you need a more extensive list than this, but I just want to get you started here. You'll see in here that I have one called with the word videos in it, and we want to include videos within our site. So if you can find a good keyword that has videos in it, then that's a good one to pick. Okay, now we have our keywords, so let's go back over to our site. And in categories, we're going to put our keywords in here. Okay, so we're going to have plant flower gardening. And then we'll add garden equipment rental. We'll add. Okay, and then we're going to go gardening tips and videos. And back to the site and add this. Okay, so let's go back to our keywords for a minute. You see here we got gardening tips and videos. So like I said before, if you go in here and do a search, okay, now what you would want to do is find several of these keywords and have articles on those. That's what will go inside these categories. So you're going to have your main article that is going to have just this keyword, and they're going to be attached to this category. And then you will have other articles that will be, for instance, gardening spring tips, gardens videos, garden. That's not a real good one, but whatever keyword you pick out of here, you would create the article on that, and you would put the main keyword in the title, and then it would also go in this category. Okay, so you're going to have the category going to be the main keyword, and you're going to have an article on the main keyword, and then you're going to have the other keywords that are a subgroup of this main keyword in here under this category as well. Now, as for writing articles, you want to make sure that the main keyword is in the title, right at the beginning of the title if possible, and is mentioned in the first sentence of the first paragraph. You're then going to want to have about 250 to 400 words. You don't need to make it all that long. And that's really all there is to it. You can write your own articles, or you can outsource them at somewhere like Fiverr. There's also some other places you can do it. You can go to the Warrior Forum, and then in the Warrior Special Offers Forum, you'll see Warriors for Hire. So there's different types in here. You got classified ads. So you can look through here. Sometimes right in the Warrior Forum, they'll have very good deals on article writing for $1.25 or something, and look in here. So there's all kinds of places you can look on the Warrior Forum to find somebody to write articles for you. Now you can also check out iWriter. It's an article writing service, so you can just give them your list of keywords, tell them what you want, and they'll write the articles for you as well. Now there are other services like this as well. And the other thing you can do is look for PLR articles or private label rights articles, and then you can take those and modify them as you please and put them on your site. Okay, so here we have plrarticles.com, and there are other sites like this as well. So you can go through here, see if you can find the the subject you're looking for here. Okay, so here I have gardening, for instance, and then we have different PLR packs on that. Now, the thing about PLR articles is that you need to make sure that you don't use them as they are. You're going to need to rewrite them. You don't need to do a major rewrite of them, but they do need to be rewritten. Otherwise, it's going to be duplicate content. You want to make sure that you keep it interesting for the reader. And of course, writing your own articles is probably the best way to go if you have the time to do that. Okay, so you get your content all together and then we post it on our site. So we're going to do that in the next video.